Hello everyone, I am here to discuss with you the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. So, the topic for today's discussion is pleading. So, before dealing in detail with the rules regarding pleading, I would first like to mention here the topics which is to be covered under this lecture. So, today I will be covering the introduction, the meaning and definition of pleading, the object of pleading, the general rules of pleading, and the amendments in pleading. So, let's start with introduction. Order 6, Code of Civil Procedure 1908 contains the details rule regarding pleading. Order 6 contains 18 rules governing the rules of pleading, the object of pleading, the mode of amendment in pleading, and the verification in pleading. Now the meaning and definition. According to Rule 1, Order 6 CPC, pleading shall mean a plaint and written statement. So, pleading include both the plaint and the written statement. According to PC Moga, pleadings are a statement in writing drawn up and filed by each party to a case, stating what his connotations will be at the trial and giving such details as his opponents needs to know in order to prepare his case in answer. So basically, pleadings are the essential document needs to be filed by each party to a suit. It includes both the plaint and the written statement. So plaint is a document which is filed by the plaintiff in support of his claim, in which he mentions the cause of action and the relief which he is claiming before the honorable court. On the other hand, written statement is a document which is reply of the plaintiff plaints. In written statement, the defendant asserts about his defense in respect of the allegation made by the plaintiff. So, in written statement, the defendant gives his all defense in respect of the allegation made by the plaintiff in paragraph wise manner. Now the object of pleading. The main object of the pleadings is to narrow the parties to definite issues and to diminish expense and delay, especially as regards the amount of testimony required on either side at the hearing. In other words, it can be said that the object of the pleading is generally to see where the parties differ so that each side may bring forward the appropriate evidence. The rules of the pleadings are intended as aids for a fair trial and for reaching just decisions. The Supreme Court of India, in its decision in Manipal Singh versus Surinder Singh, laid down in brief the following objects of the pleadings. So, the first object of the pleading is to give each side information of the case of other so that it may be made. The next is to enable the court to determine what is really at issue between the parties and to prevent deviation from the course which litigation on particular case must take, and the last to decide the rights of the parties in the trials. Now the general rules of pleading. Rule 2, Order 6 contains basic rules of pleadings or the fundamental rules of pleadings. These fundamental rules of pleading may be summarized in four tense words. That is, plead fact, not law. On the analysis of the above statement, the following four rules of pleading emerge. The first is, pleading must state fact and not the law. A pleading must state fact and not the law. The first rule of pleading is that a pleading must state fact and not the law. It should set out facts and the relief sought and not the law or any particular section of a statute under which a claim is made. The parties to the suit should only state the fact on which they rely for their claim or defense. They need not to plead any point of law. The next rule of the pleading is, it must state material fact only. Now the question arises, what is material fact? Material facts are those upon which the plaintiff's cause of action or defendant's defense depends. In other words, it can be said that all those facts which must be proved in order to establish the existence of a cause of action or defense. According to the Supreme Court of India in Udhav Singh versus Madhav Rao Scindia, the expression material facts means all the primary facts which must be proved at the trial by a party to establish the existence of cause of action or his defense is said to be a material fact. The next rule of pleading is, plead the fact and not the evidence. It means the third principle of the pleading is that plead facts and not evidence. In other words, it means the pleading must state only the material facts on which the party pleading relies for his claim or defense and not the evidence by which they are to be proved. So from the above, we can say that every pleading must contain only the fact provenda and not the facta proventia. The facta provenda must be stated in the pleading and not the facta proventia. The next rule of pleading is to fact must be stated in concise form. It means pleading must state material facts in a concise form. This is, a pleading should be drafted and sufficient brevity and precision. Pleadings is not an expression of art and science but words to place fact of one's for a relief. Now, I would also like to mention one important thing, that is, pleading must be signed. This principle is asserted under Rule 14 of Order 6, which says that every pleading must be signed by the parties and his pleader, if any. But where a party pleading is, by reason of absence or for any other good cause, is unable to sign the pleading, it may be signed by any person duly authorized by him to sign the same or to sue or defend on his behalf. Now the amendments in pleading. Order 6, Rule 17 generally talks about the provision related to amendment in pleading. Rule 17 says that at any stage, provided no application for amendment after the commencement of trial. Rule 17 authorizes the court to amend the pleading at any stage of the pleading. Rule 17 says the court may at any stage of the proceedings allow either party to alter or amend his pleading in such a manner and on such terms as may be just, and all such amendments shall be made as may be necessary for the purpose of determining the real question in controversy between the parties. So, by the virtue of Rule 17, pleading can be amended at any time, at any stage, but by the virtue of proviso attached with this rule, which says that no alteration, no amendment can be done if the trial has been commenced. The proviso of said section says that no application for amendment shall be allowed after the trial commenced unless the court comes to the conclusion that in spite of due diligence the party could not have raised the matter before the commencement of trial. Now, what are the objects of amendment? The object of Order 6 Rule 17 is that the court should get and try the merits of the case that came before them. All amendments that may be necessary for the purpose of determining the real question in controversy between the parties should therefore be allowed, provided it can be done without causing injustice to the other side and the relief claimed is within the period of limitation. Thank you.